Alright, come on in, hit the like button, think about subscribing if you're already. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, but most importantly, welcome to the Berserker family. So this is my honest opinion / review for 2025, but was recently digitally released last Tuesday as an action crime film called Normal. It is by the John Wick creator Derek Kolzak and Nobody producer Mark Pervezino, and the director is Ben Wheatley's. I don't know what he's directed, but this is starring Bob Orgerick, and I mispronounced his name. I'm pretty sure of it. I've been trying prior to this. So, but here's the plot of this specific film. Obviously, in a snowboarding town in Minnesota called Normal. Weird name. Sheriff Ursulus uncovers an international crime conspiracy when he comes to the aid of a bank robbing couple caught up in a deadly mess. Here's some of the cast. Well, I went in this with semi-high standards, considering who was behind this and that it had Bob Orgerick is starring in this, and because of that, I really wanted to like this. But unfortunately, there is a lot of issues, and yeah, the writers made it too obvious in the beginning what would have been a couple plot twists, or a plot twist, not a couple, but a plot twist, a good one. The film also felt rushed, and at times the story was slightly all over the place. I really didn't care for how it ended and the wrapping up part. I personally thought it was stupid. That's just my opinion. The only things I liked about this film was Bob Orgerick's approach to his sheriff character. Laid back, kind, mostly calm, not the typical movie badass with the whole over-the-done brooding look to him. And that's kind of his stick when it comes to the stuff I've seen him in. That's not very much. I've seen him in Nobody, and I know he's the Sal guy a series, and I never watched that because I never watched Breaking Bad. I know, it's a crime. I know, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, I know how it ends, so it's kind of hard to get to it and then get to the Sal part, which I kind of want to do at some point, but who knows. They used a good amount of practical effects, and there was some cool shootout scenes and pretty interesting kills. Even though there was one kill that was pretty predictable, aka the guy chewing on a nail like a toothpick for some stupid reason. But I wasn't feeling the film's story about halfway in, and despite there being pretty fun action scenes in here, it missed the opportunity to lean on that towards the end. Here's my rating, and I'll give you my final thoughts, unfortunately. Unfortunately for me, I was left very disappointed. In my opinion, it came down to a bad script. It was predictable at times, and it felt rushed along with other issues. Overall, I would not recommend this film to you. Now, I don't know what people thought of this. I did kind of hear some bad reviews coming to it, but honestly, for me, I'm more easygoing when it comes to stuff, but I do have to look at it from a holistic standpoint, from all the levels of the script and the makeup of the production and the acting, and then also just overall the entertainment value for me personally. This is a film that, again, that I was really hoping that would be really good, that it would have been better. I think this was originally put out at Sundance Films Festival, or one of those festivals. I think I read that, and I don't know how it was received, but it honestly kind of felt like that one type of indie film, but it also kind of felt like a cash grab that was rushed. Again, personally, I didn't like the end. I didn't like how it wrapped up. I just thought there was a lot of stupid stuff in here. And most of it was just the writing. I think, again, that was the huge issue for me on this. It's an hour and a half. And I don't know if it kind of seems like if they had at least 2 hours, they could have, or not even that, maybe like an hour and 40 some minutes. They could, and they get a better script to put more and stuff in here, but to fill in it to make it more evened out, and then focused on stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So again, I don't recommend it. But as always, leave your thoughts down below. I always like to read those. Even if I don't heart them, I do read them. So it's just, it is what it is. But yeah, it's very disappointing. But in the meantime, remember, I love you all. Please stay safe. Spread love, most importantly. Skull.